So I'm Becky Simms, I'm founder and CEO of Reflect Digital, and for me the future of marketing is to be more human. For anyone at HeroConf that saw my talk today talking about behavioural science, it is my fundamental belief that the more that you understand your customer, the better results you're going to get, the better your marketing strategy will be tailored and working together. So actually instead of having your channels working against each other, they're going to work together, because it's all about building a relationship. Finding your audience, understanding what motivates them, understanding what they care about, and then being their friend, being there along that journey to the point that they're ready to buy from you, and then staying their friend and helping to continue on. So for me, the future of marketing is we've got all these amazing tools. Stop getting hung up on the tools and go back to the fundamentals of advertising. Understand your audience, understand what they care about, and then apply that to the tools.
Great, so my take on the cookie apocalypse is it's a great thing for the industry, because cookies are difficult to track, they're difficult to match up system to system in platforms. Inherently it's a bad way to attribute activity in marketing, online and offline. So with cookies going away, as marketers we're going to have to adapt to that, and we're going to have to find different ways to measure and attribute, and think of more creative ways to do that too, as well as educate our businesses. And businesses get business data, they don't necessarily get cookies, and they get lost in the technicalities of that. So I'm really looking forward to it, and as a company we're taking steps to address it, and that comes down to first party data, CRM systems, how do you match that with our online data in the absence of cookies. It's challenging, I don't think everyone has the answers yet, but looking forward to it, and as I say, I think it's going to make marketing a better place.
I think the future of marketing is going to be an increased lack of visibility into the data that we're used to looking at, and having to take a bit more of a holistic, wider, strategic approach with the rise of things like Performance Max, which is on everyone's lips at the moment. I think that data and that structure and those optimizations that we've been used to making, we're not going to be able to make anymore, and we're going to have to look elsewhere at sort of our wider marketing strategy to understand which data points we can look at to leverage to really grow that marketing moving forward.
So, future of marketing, from all the talks and especially the keynote this morning, I'm getting the feeling that marketers should really understand much better what drives a business, like really understand what are those value points for a business, because those will be the only levers left to them to drive, say, Performance Max and all these new automated developments that are coming out. Now, we think that cookie apocalypse, I don't think that's a massive issue, because we can now fall back on technologies that are doing first-person data. There is so much value in first-person data. We heard it so many times here at the conference, and we know this from our customers. And I think the combination of the two, actually really understanding what drives a company and understanding your customers' data, is actually going to drive the industry forward.
I think the future of advertising will be less and less about paid media and more about owned media and earned media. Users will rely more and more on word of mouth, recommendations, user reviews, and less on paid advertising. I think paid advertising will be also important into getting the interest of new audience, new relevant audience, but it will be more and more about the role of social commerce in the final conversion. And also, as the cookieless era is approaching, I think it's also more and more important for each brand to gather on their own media channels the audience that they want, so to gather communities. So it will also be a lot about community marketing and content marketing.
That was all, folks. A few snippets collected by Creator.b on what the future holds in terms of advertising. Is it automation, cookie apocalypse, or AI-driven data? Who knows? Follow us for more advertising-related content.